Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in today. I am finally bringing this model out. This is one of the most special model cars I have in my collection. This is the BBR Enzo in yellow, which is a pretty rare color. I think they only made either about 500 or 1,000 of these. I'm pretty sure it's 500, I don't really remember. But this is an excellent model, one of the most detailed models I've ever seen. So let's kind of jump into it. So like I said earlier, this model is finished with yellow paint on silver wheels and it has the red interior. These are really expensive now. There's only about maybe 4 of them for sale on eBay, and the cheapest listing I've seen is about $900, which is insane. I think I'm actually about to list this car for sale, so if you're interested, please let me know. Not too sure what I want for it exactly yet, but let's get into the details of it. So starting up front, as you can see, this car has some pretty standard headlights, I would say. Nothing really too special going on, but they do look pretty good and as good as they could. I mean, this is like a 2005 car, so they didn't really have all the crazy daytime running lights and stuff. So that's pretty average, I would say. But let's look up front. So they have real mesh grills sitting behind there, but there's not really too much to see back there. Up on the hood, there is a nice Ferrari logo that's an actual badge itself, so it looks really nice. This is a fully opening model, which is pretty rare for BBR. They don't usually do fully opening models, but it has some really good weight to it, I will say. So let's go ahead and open up the front section of the car. Let's see what we have. So as you can see, they did incorporate the hood struts up there, and there is quite a few of them, so that is really neat. This car does come with a full luggage set, so that is also a nice little feature. Let's see what we have here. So this is just one of the pieces of luggage. As you can see, it's kind of like a nice little leather bag. It's kind of like a rubber bag, but there is the Ferrari logo on there. And it does have a little bit of carbon fiber weave on the front of it, so that looks really sweet. So let's take a look at this. So as you can see, there is nice carpeting underneath there and just a bunch of little details. So this engine tray actually, or the front tray actually pops out, which is really neat. And you can see like the battery and a bunch of other stuff right there too. So that's really sweet. So yeah, this little pops out, and then you can see there's a bunch of details in there. And even like the battery itself, like look at all the crisp writing on there. It looks really incredible. So I'll go ahead and pop that back in there like so. And then I'll throw this little bag in there that fits in there really nicely. And we'll go ahead and close that up. So moving down the side of this model, well, there is kind of like these hood scoops to mention up here. You can see the fans kind of sitting within. So they're first covered in mesh on top of that, but you can see there's some fans. They look really nice. But coming down towards the side, you have some nice reflectors and turn signal indicators. The front splitter kind of follows through the side, but it doesn't really stick out that much, so it does look really neat. This car has the 5-spoke star wheels with the drilled brake rotors behind there, and then yellow brake calipers that say Ferrari down the side of them, and a nice center lock wheel with the prancing horse, so it looks really good. Moving down though, we have the Scuderia shield sitting proudly on the side, and some pretty nicely done, what are these called? Mirrors, sorry. But yeah, they look really good. So coming down here, I think this car has really neat vents and everything. As you can see, the vent right there is also finished in mesh, and that looks really nice. But yeah, we'll come back to the rear in a second. So I think this car has really nice lines on it. I mean, as you can see, they're nice and crisp. There is another kind of air intake right there also that has a mesh in front of it, so it looks really good. Like I said, the doors do open, but I'll show you that towards the end of the video. There is kind of a little panel gap though sitting on the side of the car, but it's not as bad as like what I've seen on like the Hot Wheels Elites or the non-Hot Wheels Elite models, so I will forgive them for that because this is such a good looking model. But like I said, there's mesh on this grill right here, and then There is also another little side intake, and I believe there's a mesh under there, but it'd be really hard to show you guys, but just take my word for it. Coming back towards the rear of the model, as you can see, just really nice looking details. Let me just spin this model around. There we go. So what I think is really special about this model is this rear little mesh piece right there. You can see the exhaust kind of through it, and it follows through this little grille right here towards the rear. Obviously silver quad tipped exhaust, which are pretty standard for all Ferrari models. The taillights themselves do look pretty nice. Nothing really to talk about though, because not really too fancy, but they do look really good. There's another prancing horse sitting on that grille, as you can see, and a little brake light. So this does come up and down, as you can see. It doesn't really stay, but it is operational, which is kind of neat. But yeah, let's show you guys this engine bay, and this is kind of why you would want to get this model. So as you open up the engine bay, I mean, just look at all that. I mean, this is one of the best looking engine bays I've ever seen. As you can see, they have like the strut braces. There's a rear window back there, carbon fiber on the engine bay, and just all of the suspension work. They got the engine block itself painted in red, which is a signature feature for all Ferrari models. But just take a look at that. I mean, it looks absolutely superb. There is a little piece in the box that holds up the rear deck lid. I don't have it out right now, but you would put it like right here on the top, and then it sits somewhere down there. But it just looks really good, as you can see. I mean, even the top of the deck lid, as you can see, they even got like this heat shield right here, and the glass looks really nice. So kind of gets your final glances at that, but it just looks absolutely incredible. So there's kind of view of that. I'll go ahead and close this back up. And it's nice because you get this rear deck lid that you can see the engine through. And on each side, there is mesh right there. So it looks really good. Really excellent details right there. So opening up this model, the doors do come up, which is really sweet. They don't really come up as much as I'd like. As you can see, that's about as much as they come up. But that's what it looks like with the doors open. Really nice. So let's take a peek at this interior the best I can show you. So I'll kind of show you the door cards first. Not really too much going on, but there is carbon fiber inserts on the side of the door. And as you can see the grab handles finished in yellow and the little speaker sitting right underneath there. But here's a little better shot of the interior. Try my best to show you. So it just really is really hard to see. So obviously the steering wheel, I mean, as you can see, it's perforated on the sides. And not really too much to show. There is a little yellow leather underneath the dashboard, as you can see. Carbon fiber underneath this particular air vent, so that looks really nice. I will say the air vents themselves don't go down very far, which is kind of surprising. But there is just, oh man, it's super hard to see. But yeah, I mean, this just looks really nice. Leather seats, or red leather seats, and I'm trying to show you a view of it on the front side so you can maybe take a glimpse at it. So as you can see, the prancing horse is also sitting on top of the headrest itself, and the stitching kind of comes across. It's just really hard to show, but it does look really good. As you can see, the carbon fiber kind of follows through on the top of the dashboard. Nice little windshield wiper, and it is just one windshield wiper, but it does look really nice. So that's kind of the interior of the model. Try to show you the best I could. It's just really hard to film this particular model in the interior. So I'll kind of try to show you through the window one more time. And it is a little bit dusty, excuse that. So let's wipe it off. And there's another view of the interior. So it looks really good. It's just hard to film, but trust me, this is an excellent model. So I paid about $350 for this on an auction maybe 3 years ago. And ever since I had it, I mean, this was one of the ones I didn't think I would sell, but just the massive increase in value that these model cars have had, this particular one in general, has been absolutely crazy. So that's kind of why I want to move it on. It's not really because I, want to sell it, but just having a model car that's worth this much. I mean, As you guys know, I kind of have an addiction to model cars, and I'd rather have a few more other model cars than just having, you know, a bunch of value parked in this one. Even though I like it so much, I just can't imagine paying or like, you know, having a model that's this expensive. I mean, it just seems, you know, unreal. I would recommend buying it, you know, if you find one for a decent deal. Like I said, they are very expensive though, so if you see one that's a little bit cheaper, I would hop on it. Make sure it comes with the box and all the little accessories, because there is quite a few that I don't have out right now. But if you guys are interested in purchasing it, I would do have all the little accessories that come with this model car. But yeah, this is, I mean, I usually don't give a perfect score for a model car, but I would really give this one this is a 10 out of 10. And you know, it just the nice weight that it has to it, all the little details. I mean, I showed you like underneath the hood and just all the little extra components and features that this car has is really incredible, and I'm probably not doing it justice. I probably didn't show you everything this model car has to offer. I just wanted to show you around it real quickly, but this is such a great model, and I don't think I'll have another model car as good as this one, to be honest. Maybe I have some in my collection, but this one is definitely one of my favorites, and Enzo in yellow is just absolutely incredible. And I just brought out my Hot Wheels Elite LaFerrari just to kind of show you, maybe if you have this model, you can get a little bit of sense of scale. So the Enzo is a pretty big car, as you can see, just compared to the LaFerrari. I mean, it's just a little bit wider. It's kind of have like a oval shape on the top of it. As you can see, it kind of rounds towards the rear and then comes out with these big fender arches. But here's kind of the two right next to each other. And I do have a yellow F40, but as much as I want to keep this model, I gotta let it go, I think. So like I said, let me know if you're interested. It is going to be pretty expensive, so sorry about the price, but you know, it's just such a rare model, and yeah, it's a lot. But thank you guys for watching this video. Please let me know if you have any questions about it in the comments section below. And please subscribe if you're not already. Like the video. We're going to have a lot more model car videos coming in the future. And coming soon will be the full collection tour. So thank you guys for subscribing to me, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.